Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here is the system's test key as promised. Which system has this as a solution? You just sub it in. Negative 2 plus 3 times 6 is 18 is 16. Negative 8 plus 24 is 16, so it was A. B, create a linear system to model this situation. She charges 19 for a small lawn, 29 for a large lawn. Small plus large equals 13 lawns. 19 smalls plus 29 larges equals $287, which was A again. This one was really hard. Perimeter of a rectangle playground is 163, so that's 2W plus 2L equals 163, which is all of them. So we're in a bit of trouble. So in A, the length is 6 meters less than double the width. So the length equals double the width minus 6. 2W minus 6. Okay, that's A. B, the width is 1/2 the length decreased by 6. 1/2 the length decreased by 6. So the width equals 1/2 of the length minus 6. Oh, okay. Well, A is 1. And C, the length decreased by 6 is double the width. So double the width equals the length minus 6. So A matched up with 2W minus 6, which is 1. B matched up with 2, and C, so it is A. Number 4, you already saw this on your quiz. There's the solution. It is 0, negative 2, which is D. Identify the two like terms. Well, and identify two like terms. Well, there's one set of like terms. There's the other set of like terms. So I look down here. Okay, so it has to be D because 8x and 7x are the only pair of like terms. Number 6. What would you multiply this by? Well, if you multiplied this by 12, you'd get rid of all of them, because 12 covers 6 and 4. And if you multiplied this one by 35, you'd get rid of 7 and 5. So it was B. Now, if you're concerned about that, you would do this. I would have to multiply by 4, would get rid of the 4. By 6 would get rid of the 6, but by 12 obviously covers them both. Write an equivalent system. Well, if I want to get rid of the equivalent system and I want all integer coefficients, then I got to multiply this by 7 to get 3x plus 21y equals 438. And I'd have to multiply this by 6 to get rid of that. 5x plus 30y equals, now the 6 and the 3 cancel to 2, so that becomes 620, which was A. Right, an equivalent linear system where both equations have the same, just x. I only care about x. So I got to multiply that by 4, and I'll get 8x plus 24y plus 20. Or, sorry, not plus 20. Sorry, guys. Equals 20. 8x and 8x. So 8x plus 24y equals 20. 8x minus 6y equals 12. C. Without graphing, what's the slope? Well, all you got to do is 3x plus 4y, bring that over. 4y equals negative 3x. Y equals negative 3/4 x. There's your slope, B. Number of solutions. Well, I've already got it in general standard form for you. Times negative 3 times negative 3, but that's not. So since they're the exact same slope, but a different y-intercept, it's going to be B, no solution. This one, again, is in standard form. They're all different, and they're not related by multiplying, so that must mean they're different lines, which must mean one solution. This one, again, times -5 to get there. 7 times -5 is -35. That works. 76 times 5 is -380. So they're the exact same line, so they have infinite solutions. The first equation is this. Choose a second equation for one solution. So it's got to have one solution, which means it's got to have a different slope. So I just got to look. 8, 13, 830. Well, that's going to have a different slope. 8 plus 13, except, no, that is it right there, B. And finally, for what value? This was really hard. Infinite solutions, which means they got to be the exact same line. So 4 over 5x plus y equals 14. Put that into slope-intercept form. Y equals -4/5 x plus 14. So the other line, has to be exactly the same as that. So I have kx plus 2y equals 28. Put that in slope-intercept form. 2y equals -kx plus 28. Divide by 2. This was 14. Y equals -k over 2x plus 14. So I just need that k to be what? 8 over 5. C. Because this is doubled, so I got to double this, right? That has to be times 2, so this is the same because everything else was times 2. And this said to use graphing. So u plus s is 25. So u plus s equals 25. S was the surface, so s equals -u plus 25. So I go up to 25, and I've got a slope of -1. And then 20u plus 30s equals 650. So 30s equals -20u plus 650. Divide by 30, s equals -2/3 u plus 65 divided by 30. I get out my calculator. 650, not 65. 650 divided by 30 is 21 2/3. So 21 2/3. So 21 and a bit, and I go down by 2/3. 1, 2, and out 1, 2, 3. And there's where I cross. 15 underwater and 10 on the surface. That answers B. So this question, you had a lot of options. Most of you are scared of the fractions, so I'm not going to do this the way I would do it. Well, I am. I'm going to do it the way I would do it, then I'm going to do it the way you probably did it. So the way I did it, I will work in red. So right here, I have x equals -7/8 y minus 34. So now I come down to here, and I get -3 times -7/8 y minus 34 plus 4y equals -4. That is 21 over 8y. plus 102 plus 4y equals negative 4. 21 over 8 plus, now 4y is 32 over 8. Y and y equals, bring that 102 over, equals negative 106. That is 53 over 8. Y equals negative 106. Multiply both sides by 8. 53y equals negative 848. And y equals, I go to my calculator, 848 divided by 53, 16. Y equals 16. Now that I know that y is 16, negative 3x plus 4 times 16 equals negative 4. Negative 3x plus 64 equals negative 4. Negative 3x equals negative, oh, sorry, this is negative 16. Negative 16, negative 64 equals 60, and x equals negative 20. So I have negative 20, negative 16. Now, there's another way you can do this if you don't. Now, as I was saying, there's another way to do this without fractions. So I take my two equations, which was x plus 7/8 y equals negative 34, and I get rid of the fraction by multiplying by 8 to get me 8x plus 7y equals negative 272. Then I had negative 3x plus 4y equals negative 4. So I can see that the x's work together nicely if I change them. If I multiply that by 3, I get 24x plus 21y equals negative 816. And if I multiply that by negative 8, I get 24x minus 32y equals positive 32. Now you can see that I have two things the same. So 24x equals negative 816 minus 21y. And 24x equals 32y plus 32. Since these two both equal this, I know 816, negative 816 minus 21y equals 32y plus 32. Then I just solve. I bring that over there, and it becomes minus, and I get negative 848 equals, and I bring that over there, and it becomes plus 21, 53y. So y will get me, again, negative 16. And once I have the negative 16, I just go back up like I did over there. Elimination. I got to make them the same. So I've got 10x plus 10y equals 1030. I'm going to multiply that by 2. 10x minus 10y equals 270. This is a subtraction situation. 10 minus 10 is 0. 10 minus minus 10 is 20y equals 1030 minus 270, which is 760. Divide by 20, y equals 38. Once y is 38, I can go back up to anywhere. 10x plus 10 times 38 equals 1030, 10x plus 380 equals 1,030. 10x equals 650, x equals 65, 6538. These questions are exactly like what we had in your notes. There's an initiation fee and a monthly fee. At the end of 5 months, 5m plus 1 initiation fee equals 450. 10 months plus 1 initiation fee equals 500. So that means that you can do elimination. 5 minus 10 is negative 5m. 1 minus 1 is 0 equals negative 50. So m equals $10. Once you know m is $10, 5 times 10 plus I equals 450. 50 plus I equals 450. I equals 400. And lastly, model this situation. So there's a daily rate and there's a KM rate. When she rented for 15 days, 15D plus 800K equaled $715. 25 days plus 2,250K equaled $1,512.50. You choose what you want to do. I would go for elimination. Make these both the same. Times 5 times 3. 75D plus 4,000K equals 3575. And 75D plus 6,750K equals 4,537.50. Then subtract negative 2,750K equals negative 962.50. K equals 0.35. Once I know that, it goes back up top. 15D plus 800 times 0.35 equals 715. 15D plus 280 equals 715. 15D equals 435. D equals 29. So it was $29 a day and 0.35 per K. And that's it.